And just like that, welcome back, everybody. Thursday evening, 11 p.m. And know what time it is? It's time for Crypto After Dark. Good to see everybody. Hope you're ready for an hour. We're going to talk a little bit about what a useless idiot is, how they can help us, and then we're going to look over the entire market and look through some charts and see what we can see and what we don't see. Maybe we find something good, maybe we don't. Let's go. Good to see you all. Had a hella busy day. Fiance had surgery today, so I've been at the hospital literally since 6 o'clock this morning till all the way till 9 o'clock at night. Finally got home, got a stream link made up, got a thumbnail link made up, etc., etc., etc. Whew, it's been a long day. Luckily, I've got some fresh Mexican tequila straight from the Yucatan that I'm ready to crack open. I literally just broke the seal on this joker right before the stream started. I opened it up. There's a little plastic for it. I've yet to pull the cork out. I'll do that in a moment. But first, if you haven't hit like yet or subscribe, please do so. They're free to do, and they help us out. We're getting close to 10,000 people on here, right? Once we hit the 10,000 barrier, that's going to be awesome. I got some stuff to give away planned. I've been buying just to give it away. I've got a cool green screen set up for anyone who else would like to stream like me. I've got some other crap that I've bought that I'm going to give away too as well. Once we hit 10,000 followers, we'll start giving that stuff away. We're getting close, a little bit at a time, right? Now we've been over 14,000 over on the Twitter for a while, but not here. So we really like it here because this is a bigger, more broad audience than Twitter, believe it or not. People spend more time on YouTube than they do on Twitter. So we'd like to get more people as we can. Let's go say hey to everyone, why don't we? Go hit like and subscribe. They're free. All right. Jeremy Monroe, he's not even drunk yet. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Am I talking on here? Is my microphone El Worko? Yeah, it's working. It's working. Jeremy Monroe, what's up, brother? Adam Man, what's up? Mateo. Jeremy Monroe again says bueno. Miss Beverly. Good to see the Queen, Miss Beverly. Good to see you. Oh, Frank, what's up, brother? Educated dummy. Shorty Guzman. What's up, Nick? He's about to get stuck in a snowstorm up there in hell. What's up, Heath? Good to see you, Pepper. Good to see you, Pepper. He's an OG, man. OG Pepper's been around for a long time, bro. A long time. Good to see you back, Pepper. He's been around since 2019 as well. And OG, I love to see the OGs come through the streams. All these years later, we're working on 4 years now. All these years later, we see people come from places that weren't so helpful to where they are now. And that's really awesome to me. Dynamis, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Mountain Man, JD Crypto, Miss Kelly Slade, how are you? Doggy says, BTC looking like it's forming a bearish pennant. You're exactly right, Doggy. I was thinking the exact same thing. And even if this thing breaks north, I'll explain some more in a moment. Everford, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Juan Pablo, Brandful, what's up, dude? Excuse me. Ronan, what's up, Ronan? A-Dub. Yo. Nicholas Greco, good to see you. Anon, what's up? Kanick. Hello, Miss Beverly. So, before we get into Bitcoin, let's take a moment to understand what a useful idiot is. All right, so I've told everyone before, but before I did this, before I was the guy on YouTube talking about crypto that no one really listens to, what did I do before this? I did industrial HVAC. And before I did industrial HVAC, I did residential HVAC. All right, that's where I started. I started crawling under houses and I started working on roofs and in attics, and it sucked. All right. After a few years of doing what I did, I got pretty good at what I did. And then I took that pretty good and turned it into being the best that I could at it till I hit that plateau, right? Anyway, where I started off wasn't so great. That's where I started off. I started off as just like a basic apprentice. I made $7 an hour. And I did the same work that everybody else made, only I got paid $7 an hour. I was the useful idiot. Whenever things got messed up, it was usually me who messed them up. Now, a great example of this is probably the third or fourth year I was doing HVAC work, and I already had my own van, right? I was leading a crew instead of working on the crew. I'm leading it now. I have my own van, everything. So we're working on this brand new construction home. And there's a roofing company that the same roofing company followed us around all the same construction sites. But this guy's on the roof and he's got 2 young guys with him that are new. And it's just a single story home. So he's up on the roof working and we're in the attic. All right. We're in the attic and the attic isn't complete. The house is in construction. So it's just stick built. There's nothing but wood everywhere. There's no plywood anywhere. So you have to walk very carefully across the ceiling trusses to not fall and get hurt. All right. And then when you do fall and get hurt, we make fun of you. So anyway, I'd gotten good at that point at walking across the trusses and not falling. However, on the roof, I can hear them putting down tar paper and they're trying to get the house in the dry, which means roof complete, but nothing else done. That's called in the dry. All right. That way rain won't hurt anything else. You can start working on details. I know the young guys down there with them because when we pulled up on the job site, they pulled up on the job site and I saw them get out of the truck. So I'm up in the attic working and they have it. Each end of the house there in the gable, there's a window, a large window, probably 4 foot tall, with no window in it yet, obviously. So we're up in the attic working. I've already put down a couple pieces of plywood where I can work and walk and not fall. I just so happened to walk to the end because I'm laying out ductwork. I'm laying out what I'm going to be doing. I'd like to lay it out in the attic first and get an idea for how it's going to look before I actually put it together. That way I knew if I was going to have problems beforehand, I'm going to fix them now before they happen later. So I walked to the end over there where the gable is. And as I'm walking to the end, the window's over here and I'm not exactly looking, but it's in my peripheral vision. I see a blur just, phew. And I was like, the hell was that? And I hear this splat noise. I'm like, somebody just dropped all their beer off the roof. I'm going to go laugh at them, right? Because they would take igloo coolers up on the roof. I went out and stuck my head out the window and the kid's laying on the ground. He's laying there on the ground on his back with this look on his face like, oh shit, what happened? He fell off the roof and landed in the mud. Now he only fell 8 feet. He only fell 8 feet. But he fell off the roof and landed in the mud. The splat noise was his butt and back hitting the mud and splattering. Now he went about 6 inches down in the mud and that mud on that side just happened to be there because the crane that was helping build the house is driving through the weeds and everything else, and it created mud. The point of this is he was on the roof putting tar paper up, walking backwards and stapling it as he was walking, and he fell right off the roof because he didn't look where he was walking. This is what we call a useful idiot. He didn't get hurt. He was only 19, so he's all right. He wasn't one of the 40 or 50-year-old guys. He learned a valuable lesson, and everyone on the job site learned a valuable lesson. Because of his stupidity and because of him not using his grown-up brain, he fell off the roof and almost got seriously hurt. He didn't. But the point is, he was a useful idiot. Now, what does that tell us in regards to everything that's happened recently? Well, this is a wonderful opportunity to teach you about risk management and portfolio management and not being an idiot. Not being an idiot. And I'm going to use the Bitcoin chart to show you what I mean. Let's get into it. Let's not be useful idiots. Let's be better than idiots. Let's be useful, smart people. Fair? Fair. I'm cool. I want to be a useful, smart person. All right. I got some arrows drawn here because this is where Grayscale had been buying. But let me delete that. All right. So, FTX is created, becomes the second largest crypto exchange in the world. They spend money on advertising. They spend money on Super Bowls. They spend money on arenas. They spend money on sporting events like NASCAR, and they spend money on Formula One. Every single baseball umpire had FTX on their shirt, their logo, FTX logo on their shirt. Tom Brady's doing commercials for them. Matthew McConaughey's doing commercials for them. All of this seemed like it was going to build the space up real big. Where did most of this spending happen? Well, I'll chart it out here for you and show you. First off, We don't need to know that all this down here was a massive bull run. Probably the second biggest bull run we've ever seen in the crypto history. The first bull run was much bigger. All right. And the second bull run was comparable to this one. But I'll say this was the second biggest overall, not just Bitcoin. All right. Either way, big bull run. Lots of money was made almost across the board. We said this jokingly during the stuff happening that you could throw shit on the wall, it would stick and make you money. And why was that? Well, everything that you were throwing money at was being successful. No matter what you did, you stuck money on it, it was going to stick in the bull run. Everything went up in value. It didn't take much to be a smart investor and make a lot of money. Now, there were some of us who made more than others because we took it the next level, right? Point is, everybody made a lot of money on the way up. The Super Bowl is every February. And the Super Bowl is one of the biggest sporting events in the world. Right here is where the Super Bowl happened. Right there. Notice how that's not in the bull run. Not in the bull run. Started seeing baseball shirts with FTX on them. Right around here in April. All season long, baseball. FTX all over it. All the way till we got to the World Series. All the way down here to October baseball, which is where the World Series is. All the while, midterm elections, presidential elections, happened in 2020. Way back here. Right about there. Somewhere around in there was presidential elections. Also at that same time, other elections happen. And money flows in and flows in and flows in and flows in and flows in. Only problem is we started this downtrend on the backside. Not great. Not great. And in fact, we were able to tell everyone all the way from February, pretty much before that, really. We kind of started saying in November it was time to stop. But we really didn't get hardcore harping on it until around January or February. Either way, on the backside here, it's down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Losing money, losing money, losing money. Now the things that you're buying are only going down in value. There's no longer throwing shit at the wall and hoping the money sticks there and makes you money more. And it just magically becomes exponentially higher. That goes away. It's gone. Poof. Evaporated. So what happens to all that money that you spent on advertising and news and banners, and you gave crypto away to whole sections of arenas at sporting events? What happens to all that money? Well, it's gone. Furthermore, what happens when you start giving money to political parties so they can win elections? Now, granted, I would understand why you would do this. If you see the chart at that white dotted line, when those elections happened, look what happened after. The price kept going up. So from a business standpoint, if your business benefited exponentially from a certain political party winning, no matter what that political party is, your business benefited exponentially. Wouldn't you want that to continue? I mean, as a businessman, myself, I would want that to continue. All right? I get it. Whether I agree with it or not, I get it. How about let's give $30 million to them? But let's not just give $30 million to them. Let's promise $1 billion. $1 billion promise. Holy crap, everybody. If you ever wondered how some of the people who don't seem to be the smartest get things done and get put in a position where they can make things happen, it's called money. If you bribe people, they will put you in the right spots. In case you didn't know how politics work, now you know. You ever wonder why SBF got to the position he was at? Well, his dad was a pretty powerful guy in the education system. He happened to have some very powerful political friends. His son happened to make a lot of money. Hey, why don't we just put you in the same position? It's actually pretty smart if you think about it. Only it backfired because he blew investors' money. It wasn't like he made this money and he was giving his own personal income away. It's not what was happening at all. He's giving funds that you deposited on the exchange away. All in a downtrend. Whatever you gave away had zero chance of increasing in value from that point, because most people, let's be honest, are either going to sell their crypto outright or not even know what it is and just forget about it. You completely blew money on top of money on top of money just because. 2 days after the midterm elections end in 2022, which was just a week ago, 2 days after midterm elections end, off you go, SBF. Sorry, you're in the middle of a scandal. It's almost like those politicians got their money and realized there wasn't going to be any more money coming in, and then that switch got flipped and ta-da, poof, it's gone. Useful idiots. Had you sold the funds that were coming in, knowing that we're in a downtrend, at least sold half of whatever funds come in into stable coins or cash. So let's say me, Ronan, Frank, Knox, Andreas, Jeremy Monroe, and Educated Dummy all decide we're going to put $1,000 on FTX. We're going to buy Matic. Okay, that's $6,000 that's coming on. Had FTX just taken half of that and sold it to USDC or USD, because we're buying Matic, right? So our Matic is on crypto.com, right? Whatever. Instead, what they did was they took the Matic that we bought and lent it or gave it away. So how the hell are you supposed to get your funds off when you're ready to sell them? Oh, you can't. Do you understand the problem here, everybody? Useful idiots. What did none of these people appear to have done? Use the chart. You're in the middle of a downtrend and you're purging money. Like if you were to cut a blood vein, or if you were to cut an artery and the blood starts shooting out, that's exactly what you're doing with your money over and over and over and over again. In fact, I got to digging around a little bit today while I was at the hospital. SBF offered $1 billion and even more to Elon to help buy Twitter. Now, why would he do that? First of all, he didn't even have $1 billion, but he offered it to Elon to help buy it. Interestingly enough, Elon then come back later and said, that's where things started getting fishy for me. How are you just going to give $1 billion away? I'm a billionaire and I understand that's not easy. And that's where he started to understand there may be some bullshit going on. Pretty wild. The major point is, what did we learn from these useful idiots? These useful idiots did not use the chart. They bled money out during a bear market rather than sitting on the sideline or being more careful with their money or going to more traditional assets like bonds. You could have created some sort of bond referendum in your exchange that paid money out in the bonds to put money in. Okay, that's the way the government does it when they need money. They either print it, which you can do too because you have a crypto exchange. You can print more tokens. Oh, by the way, they did that. Or you could issue bonds and have people buy the bonds and make a small yield, 4, 5, 6, 7%. You could do that. And that raises money that you can use to buy things or do things that you need to do with. None of that happened. The major takeaway here, don't fall victim to the same things they did. Don't be the idiot who thinks it's okay to continue blowing money during a bear market because, hey, everybody, we have bear cycles in crypto that last years. Don't be the idiot that purges money during a bear cycle and seems to not understand why it's happening. It's going to continue happening until you take the reins yourself and understand there's a time to buy and there's a time to sell. When that music stops playing, it's time to leave. When the music comes back on, we can dance. Till then, wait. None of that happened. Please don't be the people. Please don't be the people who provide the exit liquidity for those kind of people. Because when you do that, you become the useful idiot because you gave them the money to do it. Think about what you're doing and be smart, everybody. That's my spiel on basic useful idiotnesses. Useful idiotnesses. How do you even say that? You can't even make a word out of that. It's not even a real word. All right. So I'm going to get some charts now. Anybody would like a chart for me to look at, to go through real quick, just put it up over here on the right in the message box right here, and we'll get to it. I see some already. I see PLU. Well, look at that. FTX could have put that in the XRP, which is going to 5. Oh, that's good. Hold on, let me get your laughter for that one, bro. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give it to you. Blow money. He talking about drip. Oof, that's awful, dude. That's a shot right there. You're taking shots. I didn't buy any drip. I'm not buying any more Ponzi's. Don't be the key to the raclette. Yeah. So we were trading the other night at probably 2 or 3 in the morning, with all the mods and admins, and raclette goes, "Oh, hey Keith, look at this chart. Looks like it's pretty good. Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll jump over there and look at it." I literally screwed up just like that. Instantly, as soon as I hit the button, it reversed and went the other way. And I was like, "You son of a bitch, you just exit liquidated me, didn't you? You just did it to me, didn't you?" And we had a good laugh about it. Then we learned that raclette means stinky cheese in French. I'm not exactly sure that's the correct. Useful idiocy. Thank you, Dynamis. I'm not exactly sure that's the correct translation, but it's pretty damn close. MGI and ENQ. MGI, ENQ. That's something that Terry brought up in the admins chat that you guys can't see. But he was talking about MoneyGram a little bit. And that caught my attention when I saw that. Let me look at XLM real quick because I still got a short open on this damn thing. And it went the wrong way on me and it irritated the hell out of me. Real quick. Yeah. I'll say, so check this out, everybody. I tell this all the time. If you're going to short something or long something, you need to be able to sit there and watch it, okay? I had to go to the hospital today to take her, have her surgery done, right? So what did I do? I opened this short, middle of the night, got up, didn't look too bad. I think I was up like $60. Got to the hospital, didn't have any service. Wi-Fi wasn't working right there at the hospital, talking to doctors, working on getting this done, that done. She's in and out of surgery. I'm bouncing back and forth. Finally, I go to lunch. When I go to lunch, I'm down 30, 40 bucks. I'm like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Well, here you go. This is why you need to be watching when you're doing more risky stuff like leverage trades. And this is exactly the point I try to make all the time. Don't sit here and do something stupid. Be smart with what you're doing. And I made a stupid mistake while walking off. Anyway, it's still going up and still making higher lows and higher highs. It's still chopping away. I'm really hoping this thing fails because I'd like to get my profits and walk away already. Hasn't failed yet. Will it continue? We'll see. I like to show my failures on here too, everybody. Now, I had a hot streak. I had like 11, 12 positive trades in a row. Then I had a $1 loss when raclette got me. And now I've gotten back into more gains. But I've had this one that reversed on me. So not bad though. I think I had like 23 out of 20, 23 out of the last 25 or 22 out of the last 25 leverage trades I made were in the green. So I was doing well until this one. Juan Pablo says, is it worth to keep looking at the daily charts in a bear market? Do you think it's better to see? Excellent question, Juan Pablo. And I'm going to tell you to do weekly first. I think it's best to step back and have a look at the weekly first because the weekly can tell you how many times you should be looking. If you're in a downtrend and you're not near support and you're under resistance, you're likely to keep going down. If you're in an uptrend and you're above support, you're likely to keep going up. And that's weekly speaking. So really, you only need to look at the weekly chart once or twice a week, right? You don't have to put a ton of time into this. I was talking to Heath about this, like before he started trying to get into this. How much time does it take, right? Well, it only takes enough time a day. 5 to 15 minutes a day is all you really have to spend on this to chart the top 15 coins. I don't know that it's worth spending a whole lot more time than that. I really don't. That being said, I think weekly can give you the bigger picture and show you that, it's going to be several weeks before this thing rebounds. So, I don't really have to freak out right now. Or, hey man, this thing's been sitting here for several weeks. It might be time to look a little closer, right? It can give you a better gauge. Daily, honestly, there aren't very many good spot buys in the middle of a bear market. Really should be looking for shorts. So it's either weekly or very low time frames. And I know that sucks, but this is the problem that comes with the bear market. You have to be able to back up and look at it and go, man, sorry, nothing good happening right now. If you haven't done so, go hit like and subscribe real quick. We got 55 people on, 32 likes. Everybody go hit like. The more likes we get and the more subs we get, YouTube pushes us higher up the algorithm. It's good stuff. Let's look at PLU first. All right. It's making short-term higher highs and higher lows based on some really ugly candles here, man. And I don't have a ton of data here on the weekly, so let's go down to the daily. And you see it is kind of chopping along on this little small uptrend here. You see that? That's cool. Problem is a lot of sell pressure on the top. So even if this goes up, unless it breaks what looks to be a key level right here at about somewhere around in there, around 10 bucks, that's going to be the, hey, here we go level for now. Until that breaks, I'm not really sold on this one. MoneyGram, MGI though, I want everybody to look at this one. This one's been impressive. And we started charting MoneyGram a while back. And during all this ugliness, you know what I mean? And we started charting this and watching it go up and up and up. She's still been riding this uptrend very well. But lately, look at the last several days, man. This thing has just been up and up and up and up. Now, there is still a big trend line over here to be had. If we go out to weekly and have a look, you can kind of see that. See it there? Impressive moves from MoneyGram. However, I would have pause because we're getting close to a very critical juncture here near this trend line. I think Terry shared this one over in the admin chat about how it was doing well, and it has been doing well. But be careful. It may be using up all its momentum right near a trend line. ENQ. Initium. This is an old school shitter brought to us by Goombas, who may or may not be on here. I miss old Goombas. I'm glad when he showed up the other day, I was like, let's go, bro. It's Goombas. Because he's one of the old school dudes back from 2019. Litecoin. Yeah, Jeremy, you told me about that one. I'm sorry. I was driving when you texted me. Hero. QNT. You know what's interesting? Look. I wrote QNT from the last stream and crossed it out. I literally just wrote QNT again. Ha! Classic. Told you guys I write this shit down. I really do. Geo. If these things are on Deck Screener and I can't find them on TradingView, let me know so I know to go there, because some of these I know are not going to be on TradingView. Tail. UROY. CHZ, Chili's. That failed today, if I'm not mistaken. I think TA and Chill had posted a chart about that, and he's like, ah, man, thought I had it, and it reversed on me and punched me right in the nuts, and that sucks. I hate that. 3+ years on MoneyGram. There you go. Thank you, Frank. Man, got you, Shorty Guzman. All right. He said, nah, it's a stock. Yeah, it's an equity. All right, so ENQ first. Interesting enough, while this thing did fade back to this trend line, thank you, I think Frank said this one. Look at that. Still riding this short-term uptrend and back tested this trend line, this big red trend line. You back tested it. Let's see if it can hold it. And if it can, you could have another short-term breakout here to the top. Let's put the cloud up there real quick. Yeah, she's riding high. She's over the cloud. She's 4 out of 4, or 3 out of 4 on the cloud. How about weekly? That'll give us a better gauge. Oh, it's still negative on the weekly cloud though, so be careful. While we did get a short-term breakout, I wonder if it does something where it just does this right here and chops out. Because this was a short-term breakout too, and then it just chopped out. Similar situation. I wonder if it does this, just chops out again. Let's watch carefully and see if this short-term trend line right here fails. But I mean, right now doesn't look awful. We need an 821 cross to get going here. Don't have it yet. Close. When we get an 821 cross, this may be worth a poke. But not yet. I'm going to actually highlight this one because it's got a different look than some of the other ones, and it gives me pause. So there, everybody, I put a square around it and highlight it in blue. That way I can go back and look later. It catches my attention now. My little redneck stupid filing system that I use. All right. Pull this up real fast. Oh, man, I'm getting close to profits. Come on, I'm $3 away. Come on, USOB. All right, Litecoin. Thank you, Jeremy, for this one. I saw it pop up on my phone while I was at the hospital that was going up in price. Yeah, look at that. Broken the 50, 100, 200, 8, and 21. Only thing is it's making a little bit of a lower high right here. I want to see this break. RSI is flat. You are under R3. It's close, but it's not there just yet. Decent look, though. I will admit, decent look. It's right in the golden pocket. Man, that's tough. It's not wrong, okay? You're over the 50 fib. You're over 8, 21, 200. It's worth a shot. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's worth a shot with a decent stop loss. Where would I put a stop loss at on this one? If I took this spot here. Okay, so stop loss is going to have to be under the 200. Like 7% I'd be willing to risk, and the reward would have to be 14%. So up there. For a 2-to-1 reward, I'd have to get 71 bucks. It's at 62 right now. That would be risking 7% with a stop loss around 62, 58.34, around 58.34. That would be my take a shot on it level if I were to do it. I'm not, but that's what I would do if I was. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to watch this leverage trade I got going over here. I'm not going to stop looking at it. I got to baby it. This is what happens, again, when you're not paying attention. If it just goes down and hits my take profit level, I'll be super tickled. Like, super tickled. Anything in the profits here, and I'm happy. If I let it run, I'd make $1,000 on this trade, but I don't trust it. All right, Hero. Let's see if I can find Hero. Meta Hero. That's a pretty dope name, isn't it? All right. So it looks like under the, man, I don't know about this one. This one's worse. This is not like Litecoin. If you notice Litecoin was up here. And the 200 on Litecoin was way down here with everything else. And you see the 200 way above it on this one. I don't like that. This gives me pause. This immediately looks like, hold up. I don't know about that. Maybe it takes a second to think about this because it may not turn out the way we want it to. All right. Smart plays here. This is still under all the resistance. What am I ding-dingling about? Ah, okay. That's Hero. No, thank you. QNT. Keeping an eye on Quant, are we? Boy, I got all kind of stuff drawn on this one. Holy shit. Let me move some of this stuff off. I can't even see straight on this. There we go. I had the swing high, swing low drawn. Look at there. I have a resistance level point. This is why I like leaving old stuff up on the chart, because I have an arrow pointing to resistance where I think this thing may stop and pause, right? Even if this moves up more, which it looks like it wants to do, but it hasn't done it yet. We have hardcore resistance around 129 to 132. We're still under the 8 and the 21 EMA, and all the moving averages had started to flatten out right here, but they started to peel back down. They started to fall back through them. This may shuffle back and forth through these moving averages a bit, or come down here, threaten this 200 and fail it. That's two things that could happen. In either scenario, I don't like right there. Either scenario gives me pause. Makes me say, I don't know if it's worth it or not. So I'm going to say no on Quant for the time being. Geo. Bitrix. Big no on Geo, if that's the same one. It's way down below everything. That's a hell to the nah. Tailcoin. Tailcoin looks very similar to Litecoin. Look at this, where it's over everything, and it appears to be boiling right here on top of the 200. Now, I will warn you of this. I tried this on DAPT. I tried this same play on DAPT. And instead of coming up like I thought it was going to do, it dribbled to the right here and failed and chopped out on me and went under. I don't want to see that happen to you, so be careful. If you're going to do this, let's put up a reasonable play here of what I would have to find if I took the position now. All right, stop loss. Okay, so I would have to come all the way down here for a stop loss to 20% to get under these moving averages. If I went under the 8 and the 21 EMA, that's about 6%, which means I need to make 12. 12% would be back to 0020, which wouldn't be that bad. This may be worth a risk here because it looks like it's trying to get back, and it doesn't have to go up a ton to give you good risk reward, if you see what I'm saying here. Risking 6% to make 13% isn't bad. That's a good 2-to-1 risk reward. I like 3-to-1, but that's different. Oh, it's Geo Group. It's on the M. Thank you, Mountain Man. I'll look at that in a second. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Litecoin currently overbought on multiple time frames. Thank you, Komodo. Yet another reason. I just strictly did price action and moving averages. I didn't even go that deep. Thank you. 1 billion Bitcoin just went to Binance for an unknown wallet. From an unknown wallet. Yep. Prepare, Kelly Slade. Why would you move money onto an exchange? You're either swapping it for something, or it's in one exchange to another exchange, pairing something out, or whatever. Watch out. Things can get real ugly real fast in our world. Now let's go back to Geo. Sorry I missed that. Okay, I found it. Thank you. Oh, look at this chart. Very good, Mountain Man. Thank you, brother. Look at this. This has got the same look that XLM had on the 5-minute. Yeah, the 5-minute, because that's what I was watching on my leverage trades. Don't do that, everybody. Don't be me. Got a bit of an upward channel here. Look at that thing run. Goodness. It's getting close to the top of the channel now. I can pull these moving averages off and look a little cleaner. There you go. Let's take a look back here. This thing's had some very hardcore down price action and is just now starting to come up off the floor a little bit. Let's pull a fib on this big time fib here and see what we're looking like. Now, this is going to take a long time for this fib to play out, but I like 1039 here for Geo. That's a decent reward. You're going to not get as good a risk reward on traditional equities as you are on crypto. So know that. So for 7% win, I need to have a 3.5% risk. So I would sell at stop loss of 932. And I would get a take profit of 1038. And that would be my play on that one. Now, it's not my money, so do whatever you would like. BNX. Got you? I'm liking tail. We'll see. That's exactly right, Frank. I think the same thing. I may throw a leverage trade on it with a good little stop loss. And that'll keep me from doing anything stupid. UROY. UROY. Didn't spell that right. Uranium Royalty. Ooh, that's a great company name. If nothing else, they get points for having an awesome company name. Uranium Royalty. Like, damn, dude. That's got some ring to it, bro. Hey, you're welcome, Mountain Man. I love it when people put input on here. It's not all about me. I say this all the time. I'm just a dude. I'm no better than anyone else who comes on here and talks. Despite what other influencers may tell you. Fuck all those other influencers. We are about the people here. It's not just about me. I'm just a dude yapping. That's all. You guys make it happen. United Royalty. I don't hate here, but it is making a lower high, and it did touch over Balt. Man, look at that bull flag it's making, though. This may need some time to break, honestly. Be careful here. Maybe some more down in the future here. It tried to break and didn't. That's on a really ugly weekly candle right now. Yeah, that's a big wedge. Hey, Heath, you were asking about wedges earlier. Here you go. That's a wedge. Now, it may break, it may not. I would play the break and the retest rather than trying to catch this when the knife may be falling. Maybe a little bit too much risk at the moment. I heard Jay Bravo talking about that. Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Is it leveraged? It may be. I have to look on KuCoin and find out. Let me look real quick. I got it pulled up over here on the third screen. Whenever you guys say, just type. No, it's not on KuCoin. That sucks. Whenever you guys say, just type, it'll pop up automatically. Yeah, maybe for you, but I got several screens in here, so I can't do it that way. And honestly, I'm thinking about, I got an extra TV sitting over here on the floor. You can kind of see it behind me over there. I'm thinking about putting a TV up over here. Because I have to lean back like this to watch TV while I'm in here working, and I'm listening to bullshit on TV and laughing about it, and I'm charting what they're doing on CNBC or MSNBC. I chart the stupidity. So I'd like to put a TV up in here and just have it in the corner or whatever, so I can watch that while I'm doing this. And I got an extra Fire Stick to put in here and watch. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't done it yet. I'm just an idiot. All right, BNX. BNX. KuCoin. All right. Yeah, look at this one go. Mega run up, and it's still holding. Still holding here. It looks like it's trying to break north on this pennant. Look at this one here. It's a great look. Yeah, RSI is still trending up. What about pivots? Do we got anything in the way here? R1 is at 156. You're at 152. Not a great reward right there, but also the risk is pretty darn low here. I would put a stop loss at 145, and I would put my take profit, if that's the case, at my stop loss at that level. That's 4%. I would put my take profit at 12%, which is about where I've got it there right now. And maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 10%. 168. That's still a little high though. That's breakout level. Let's see if we can pull a fib on this. Yeah, I'd have to pull it down to 162. That's only 6%. 4% risk for a 6% gain. I don't know if that's worth it. That's tough. It's tough. I mean, if you want to risk it, go for it. But it's a little too much for me. When I see one like this, especially with everything looking really bad, and I see one that just kind of shows up good, it gives me pause. This one gives me pause. Hey, what's up, Danny Carney? Good to see you, brother. Hey, everybody go hit like. If you haven't done so yet, by the way, we have a Discord full of people who constantly do this 24/7, 365. I'm asleep. I'm awake. People are still going. Where is that said Discord? Right here, 786unlimited.com. Click on that. It's also down below. The Discord link is right there. Just click on the Discord link. What does it look like? Here's what it looks like. It says, would you like to launch and go into the Discord? Yes, we would. And when you do so, here's what pulls up. Here's our 786 Assassins Discord. You verify. If you don't verify, you can't talk. Sorry, we have a ton of bots. After you verify, we have plenty of channels for looking through, going through. Use the Assassins link right down below, also known as Launchpad's link right here. Click on this, and this gets you free access to the end of the year. Free access to the end of the year. It's free. What are you waiting on? Worst case scenario, you just click off and don't hang out anymore. Nothing lost, no harm, no foul. Just saying is all. All right, CHC. All right, be careful here. Chopping sideways. You do have an inverse head and shoulders forming out. I've got it labeled there for you to look at. Let me pull these pivots off. They're kind of in the way. RSI is choppy. It tried to fail, then it tried to break and didn't either. Now it's just chopping sideways. Be warned here, this may continue to do the same thing. It kind of looks like this trend line. Oh, that was about right the way I had it. Yeah, that's about right. Had a couple little false breakouts, but nothing go signal yet. Do we have an 821 cross yet? Yeah, we do, and it's over every moving average. If you're going to do this, again, good stop losses. I don't like longing in a bear market. That's just me. I'm more risk adverse than most. I would do a decent stop loss. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. A stop loss has got to be 14%. So that means I need to make 28% to make up for it. I need the price to get to 31.1 or a 0.311 to get to a level where it's worth the risk. And if it's not worth the risk, don't take the trade, everybody. Don't be FTX. Don't be FTX. FTX refuse to use stop losses. FTX refuse to use risk management and refuse to use portfolio management. Perfect time to talk about this. Listen very carefully. If you're going to take a trade and you've got $1,000 in your wallet to trade with, no one trade should be worth more than 10% of your wallet. If you have $1,000 and you're going to split everything up and buy 10 different assets, they need to be $100 a piece. If you're going to split it up and buy 5 different assets, that's $200 a piece. You do not need to take all of your money and put it in one asset. There is not one asset on earth that's going to make you a millionaire tonight or tomorrow. It doesn't exist. I need you guys to stop thinking like FTX. Don't think like SBF. Don't do that. Be smarter than that. If you're going to diversify and have a backup plan. Have some extra USDC, USDT, DAI, whatever stablecoin you like. Have some backup reserves sitting in the back corner over here. That way, if things don't go your way, you got some more capital to deploy when the time comes. What did FTX not do? Just ate. Just do it. Just do it. How did it work out for them? How did it work out for Celsius? How did it work out for all the crappy coins that Voyager had? How did it work out for BlockFi? Didn't look so good, did it? So think about that before you do it. Come up with a better plan, everybody. If you can't come up with a plan, jump in the Discord and ask me. I'll be happy to tell you. You can even sign up in the Discord and see my freaking stuff. You can see all my trades and all my portfolio. I've stopped listing leverage trades. Why? Because you people are trying to copy me. I don't like that. I don't want you guys to copy me. My risk is different than your risk. I'll show you my results. I have no problem showing you my results. I haven't had a closed trade today. No, I did close one trade today. That's the only trade I've had closed all day. Hardly made any money. But I also didn't risk a whole lot either. So think about that before you do it. All right, let's move on to man. Wrong one. Matrix Network. This one had, if I'm not mistaken, didn't this one have nodes back in the day? Wasn't this a node one too? You could run nodes. We thought about opening one up and it never did. I'm glad we didn't. Look at this. Looks awful. It's running up and testing the 200, but it hasn't broken it yet. So you do have an 821 cross, but I don't have this over the 200 moving average yet. I want to see this get over the 200 first. Then I can talk more. But I am going to highlight this because this has a different look. And this different look is what I want to see. I want to see it. I want to mark and label some of these that I think may break the 200 like this so I can monitor them and get a feel for the price action that may happen later, right? I want to monitor price action and see if we can catch stuff happening later on, especially when more assets happen. Heath says the echo makes me laugh every time. Yeah, that's God voice, bro. Heath, have you ever noticed when political figures or important people get on the microphone and they really want people to listen? Now, my fellow Americans, we're here today because if they spent, my fellow Americans, we're here today. The effect isn't there, right? You got to have that echo for that effect. Also, if you listen to some country music now and listen real carefully, you hear the echo in the back. They add a little bit of echo to country music to make it sound more country. Who do they not do that for? Right? Certain country singers, they don't do that for. Go through and listen and see if you can catch them now because you'll start to notice it. Trias, Manolo, thank you. I want that reverb, bro. Gotta have it. Like, you remember, was it Lou Gehrig today? Yeah. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Right? That effect kept that moment forever. Trias is really close. He says possible short, big resistance on the 200. This is exactly what I was talking about with DAPT, where it looked like it was going to break, but then it fizzled out. This may be happening here. You can play this either way. If this breaks and runs north, great. You've got an opportunity to grab a piece and run with it. If it doesn't and it falls short and rolls over, you've got another great opportunity to grab this and leverage it down to at least this crossing at 113. How many percent is that? I didn't grab the tool. That is 15% at 5x. Shoo. Okay. 75%. I'll take it. That's not bad. And I'll cut it short at 60% and be happy about it. Not bad. All right. Professor going to make a 2024 run. No, you're not ruining my life. But XRP. Right. Yeah, let's look at XRP real quick. Interesting enough, a couple of people have been sending me this in the DMs, asking me what's going on, bro. What's going on? Looks awful. It came up and tagged this trend line perfectly, did an ugly triple top right on the trend line, and now it started a wick off maneuver. What do I mean by a wick off maneuver? Well, in a wick off maneuver, here's the layout. You get a triple top. Oh, screwed up. Triple top. You get a first fall, you get a capitulation, and you get a second fall. After that, you either get a double or a triple bottom. Let's say that's a double bottom. All right. From there, we start trying to move back up, and we move back up nearly symmetrically to what we did on the other side. Do we get stuck here or do we break? Now, that's going to be the tricky question to ask. Does this thing break right here and move up and form out and try to chop loose and then break? Because that would be a wick off distribution pattern. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a fair chance. First, it's got to do its second fall. It hasn't even done it yet. Or third fall. Sometimes there's 3 in a wick off maneuver. That would put us below 29 cent, down lower. Now, I say 29 cent because that's been a very strong historical level for XRP. It's bounced off that level for months in the past. I can show you that right here. You can see how many times it flirted with 30 cents here. Flirted with 30 cents all through here. This yellow line is right at 30 cents. Bounce, 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 bounce. All that at 30 cents. That level is important for XRP. So I would assume, and I hate doing that, but I would assume 30 cents may hold. I can't guarantee that. I honestly can't. It may go way past that. We'll see. I hope it doesn't. I honestly hope this thing turns the corner and breaks back north for everyone. I want everyone to make money on XRP. I really do. So many people hold it, and so many people have those false prophets from J. Cole right there. Somebody should have told me it should be like this. It was going to be like this. They should have told me, right? Well, I'm trying to tell you now. Somebody should have told me it would be like this. Now you know. SHIB. Multiple people asked me about SHIB. Similar situation here. Kind of looks like it's hit the bottom, but it's throwing a really ugly setup. I managed to short this the other day, make a little bit on it. Done really happy. Cut it. I'm glad I cut it because now it's bounced on the back of 786, and I may be able to get another short in here somewhere, reestablish my entry point, and roll it back over. Hasn't happened yet, but I think this could flirt with quad 5691. Whatever number that is. I'm not smart enough to know that number. 50691. If it doesn't hold that level, well, you know, Bart Simpson triple top. That's right, Frank. He'd have my vote. Bro, if you guys vote for me, you are full of crap. Oh, by the way, I haven't had a shot of this new tequila yet. Let's do it. Bust the cork open on this thing, right? Ooh. I didn't tell y'all it's chocolate tequila. Ooh, shit. Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, it looks like the Jello pudding. I'm excited. I had this in Mexico and I already know it's good. I had a sample, right? And I was like, oh my God, that's good. And then I had the fiance try it and she was like, oh shit, that is good. And she can't even drink. So how about this? Here's to the weekend. Here's to things getting better in the crypto space. Now, it may not be immediate. It may take a little bit to happen. Here's to the weekend. Here's to things getting better. And here's to good people to share these experiences with. Share these moments with. Learn, get smarter, get better, and make lifetime friends, man. Cheers, y'all. Oh my God. Listen, when I go back, I'm buying more of this. If I gotta ship it back, I'm shipping it back. Wow. That shit is great. It's a Milan, Hacienda Milan. It's Milan, my home. Made in Mexico. You can't buy it here. Nothing on this bottle is in English at all. God, it's good. Holy crap. That'll get you in trouble right there. Goodness gracious. You guys got ladies you want to take out for a drink? Take them to Cozumel and get some of this tequila. And there's a ton of tequila in Cozumel. It's one of the things they make there on the island. There's not a ton of stuff on the island, you know, like as far as manufacturing and business and stuff. A lot of just tourist shops and stuff. But Tequila is one of the things they have, and it's really good. Multiple tequila tasting places. Let's see. Can I do Doge? Sure. Got any money? No. I've been telling my kids that lately. Every time they ask me for something, I'm like, well, do you got any money? Will you change the channel, Keith? You got any money? And I immediately makes them shut up. They just look at me like, I did it to the girls too the other day. They had a good laugh out of it. I saw the girls this morning, by the way. I took Jax to school. Saw both the girls. They just so happened to be there when we were there. Hey, Keith! Come running and screaming. And I also told you guys, I don't know if you remember me saying it or not, but I'm probably going to be starting the mentor program over there. If any of you guys are ever in my area and you guys want to come do it too, you can. There's just a lot of kids in a lot of shitty situations, and I come from that. So I hate to see it happen to them. So I'm probably going to start the mentor program as if I have time to do it. But I think it's important. I think some of these kids have really shitty home lives, and it's not their fault. I think if you took these kids out of their shitty home lives, things would be a lot better. Anyway, I got a soft spot for kids, man. All right, so Doge. I see two different trend lines here. Now, this could be improving because when you see shifting vertical trend lines like this that continue to shift up, it's a good sign. Problem is, it hasn't done anything yet. Elon went on Twitter Live with everybody else, the biggest people in the industry, right? Biggest entertainers, biggest celebrities, and shilled Doge, and it didn't move. So I just want to put that out there first, everybody. Oh, it's because sentiment is down. Whatever. I don't want to hear your shit. It's convenient when he says stuff and it goes up, isn't it? Exactly. So anyway, we're still under this trend here. I don't like that. Furthermore, you put this down here like this and look at it from this perspective. We're just testing the bottom of resistance. Honestly, this looks like it's going to go down more. I see a bear flag forming. And if it breaks north, that's great. But I see a bear flag forming, and this looks like it's going to pull down to me. Just how I see it, it may work out the other way around, but it didn't look good. Maybe I'm wrong. Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Look, Miss Beverly knows. She started laughing. She knows what's up. Listen, I ain't never been as messed up as I was in Vegas because Miss Beverly put something in my drink. And I'll never let her live that down because I know she did it. There wasn't no way I was that drunk. Not on Blue Hawaiians. It's impossible. You ain't lying. Took the neighborhood kids fishing. They were so stoked. Parents never had time to get them out. Yeah, man. You don't have to do a lot, right? Just go outside and throw football with them or throw baseball with them. And I'll do that. I'll take the baseball glove and shit because I know they got baseball gloves. I'll tell them bring your baseball glove. And I can talk to them that way while we're doing something. And it may make a big difference, right? He says it was up 7% for about an hour. Fair enough. All right, so look, we got one more minute. Just let me take some time to say thank you, guys. I wasn't very active today in the Discord. A lot of people were still over there talking, and I appreciate the hell out of y'all. We took a couple channels out of the Discord because they weren't getting used much, and I agree that some of them were kind of repetitive. Now, we haven't added a ton of stuff to the DeFi section yet, but we're gonna. I've been talking to some people in the background about DeFi. I'm talking about some different things. Some of the same people in different Discords who no longer are in those Discords but know a lot about DeFi themselves. I've been talking to them. Castaways like myself, you could say. I want their opinions. I want what they say, and I want to hear how they say it, and I want to know more than I know. If I can take what they know and then apply the charts to it, I think we can have a great outcome. So we're going to continue to improve the Discord. We're never going to take chart sections away. That's the root of what we do. Charts, TA, and making more money than the rest of the people out there who lose. Tell your friends, tell your family, come join the Discord, come hang out, come learn with the fam. You guys are my family, so thank you. I'll leave you with this. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., you could have been anywhere in the world. Y'all chose to hang out and watch me. I can't understand it, but I appreciate it. I really do. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all on the next stream. Sky's the limit. Y'all be good. Peace.